Hi everyone, back again. So here we got a Potterton Promax with a E133 fault, okay, which is, if you look in the instructions, it's down to poor gas supply. So I've checked obviously that the gas is on, checked at the meter to make sure there's gas on, and then I'm coming here to the gas meter, putting it into my P1 and just double checking that I've got gas. So yeah, we can see got 22 millibar there. And then underneath, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just check that the gas valve is opening. So I'm going to isolate the gas supply. That's me just touching it. Going to just do that. So isolate the gas supply, then give it reset it and give it a demand. So what I'm checking for is to make sure that the gas is going to drop into the combustion chamber. Okay. So there you can see the gas has actually dropped and gone into the combustion chamber to get lit. Okay. So next, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset it again. And then what I'm listening for and what I'm putting this up here is so that you can listen, because what I could hear was that the boiler would light and then it would carry on ticking, and also you can see there that it would just drop straight back out again. So it's lighting and then dropping out. So I can already ignore certain parts of it because I know that it's igniting, so the ignition side is fine. What's not happening is it's not rectifying back to the board. That's what I think is happening anyway. It could be down to a few other things as well. The gas valve could be faulty, etc. All that side of things. But that's what I'm hearing when I'm there. So what I'm going to be testing here. So I've taken out the detection electrode. You can see it's a little bit coked up really. And then I'm just checking for continuity across there when I can get it in shot. But yeah, so that's what I'm checking for, is continuity. So here you can probably hear that it's only sort of at the end, running down the actual main bit of it is not very good. And as you can see there, I've cleaned it up with a wire brush and a bit of sandpaper just to make sure that it's good. And then you can hear that there's lots more beeping as we're going along the actual shaft of it. So in my head, I'm automatically thinking, right, that's much better than what was there before. Again, that could still be faulty, but yep, so that's that part of it. I know I'm quite happy with that. So then I've got I've taken the lead off from the actual electrode and I've plugged my multimeter into one end, and then I'm testing again so you can hear it beeping. Okay, so then I'll put that all back again, and what I have tested is I've tested back to the board as well on the white cable. So here we go. So we're going to light it again, and then yeah, there you go. It's actually stayed lit. It's running well. So yeah, there you go. So that side of it, it's definitely down to the detection side of it. Right guys, so basically on this one, what I wanted to go through was the fault process that I go through. Okay, so this one is E133, which if you look in the instructions says that it's down to gas supply. Now I know, I think it was around about a month ago, this had a new gas valve and a few other little bits like an air vent and all this sort of stuff. So that's why I tested the gas inlet first. So I wanted to make sure that there was obviously gas getting to the gas valve on the P1. Then I want to isolate the gas underneath. Then I want to double check it that it's dropping. Okay, so which it was. So we know there's gas getting into the chamber, and then you look above, you can actually see that it's being ignited. But then I don't know if you could hear it, but it was still ticking afterwards. So that to me then reads that it's not rectifying. It's not sending a signal back to the board to say that the flame is lit. So that's where I will then go in a little bit further. So then obviously I'll go to the rectification lead, clean that up, make sure I've got good continuity, because even though I had continuity, but it was right at the end, you kind of ideally want it to be, you know, most of the way down, or you know, you want the whole electrode to be reading really. That's basically what I get it down into my head. So I'll clean it up, spend a bit of time cleaning it up, then check that I've got good continuity down the majority of it. Put that back in. Then I want to be checking the cable. So I checked that small cable, took that off. That was what I showed you. I then checked from the end of that cable back to the PCB to make sure I had good continuity there. So I know basically all the way back up to the electrode, I've got good continuity. So if it's still not responding after that, then I'll be looking at possibly the board or something like that that's not reading the signal. But I just wanted to give you like a little tip, well, not a tip, just a little hints of what I go through. So you want to be checking firstly that it's got a gas, then it's combusting, so you know that it's igniting. You can write off a lot of the other faults, okay, so because you know it's actually igniting. The fault after that is that it's not staying lit. Why isn't it staying lit? Is it because you haven't got enough gas? Is the gas ratios out, or is it down to rectification? Now, the telltale sign that I listen to is listening for that ticking afterwards, because it's still ticking because it's lighting, but it hasn't told the board that it's actually lit. So yeah, just a quick run through there. Just hope that helps someone. These are the tips that I've got off of other people, you know, through watching Instagram, through watching YouTube, etc. So this is how I'm learning as well. So I just hope it comes across to other people, and I hope it helps you guys as well, because me doing it actually helps me as well. So I appreciate all the messages everyone keeps on giving me as well, so I really appreciate that. All right, so as you can see, it's running. You can see the steam coming out. Just checking the emissions, lovely and low, just on low fire, but even when it was on high fire, it was good. So yeah, we can call this one job done.